Hello everyone, this is Flammy and welcome back to another high-level attack video. So as discussed in the previous high-level attack video, I'm on a little streak here trying to get enough resources to start some upgrades. So the first attack was pretty successful. We didn't get many resources of the normal sort, but we did get a lot of Dark Elixir, enough indeed in just one attack to start upgrading my Barbarian King to level 2. So I just spent 12,500 Dark Elixir on upgrading that just 17 minutes ago, as you can tell from the counter. We are going to be attacking in just 20 seconds when these two barbarians finish up, and that will be fun. We're going mainly for gold at this point. However, we don't have the free worker, but we can prepare for the free worker, which is finishing up in 12 hours or 20 hours, to upgrade this wizard tower for 600,000 more gold than we currently have. So I don't think we'll get a hold of this in one attack for sure, unless we got very, very, very lucky. But we shall be preparing to upgrade this to level 6 as soon as possible, which means getting the gold is a first priority. Okay then, so looks like our army is complete. We are now full, so let's head out on the attack. So in the last attack, we took on a base which was a rather centralized base. By centralized, it's sort of like the triple wall, quadruple wall around the outside, with then a couple of defense on the inside and everything else on the outside. They're not bad bases, but they often have weaknesses, especially giants can exploit. It's hard to keep your units alive all the way to the center, though, so the healers certainly helped out with that. And then we sent in the goblins late in the game, and they cleaned up everything on the inside, namely the Dark Elixir, because there wasn't a ton of normal resources in the base. Dark Elixir actually is pretty hard to raid. Not only is it only going to be found in high-level bases, but it's also going to be very well protected, and it's also very hard to steal, because the amount you steal from storage is actually much less than the other resources. Dark Elixir, you can only steal 5% of whatever they have in storages. However, you can steal 75% of whatever is in the Dark Elixir drill. However, this doesn't really help much because the Dark Elixir drill maxes out pretty fast. It maxes out at level 1 after like 6 or 8 hours, something like that, and level 2 doesn't increase that more than 12 hours. Because mine gets close to maxing out regularly overnight, which is keeps you active if you want to keep gathering it. Its max capacity at level 2, which is what I currently have, is only 240, and that shows you what about one night gets you. Okay, so we've seen a couple okay gold bases. Nothing over 100,000 yet, which is sort of what I'm looking at. There was 170,000 elixir base back there, and I do want to do some unit upgrades, such as goblin upgrade eventually, but at current, that's not really happening. So one thing I need to remember to do is if we're not going to be able to spend all this gold on an upgrade right away, so we're going to need to move around some defenses, well not defenses, some storages inside my base to better protect the gold that I do have, so it doesn't get stolen. One thing we can definitely do right now is move out our Dark Elixir storage because we just emptied it. Therefore, the value of actually defending that has suddenly gone down. So that was definitely one thing I'm going to do, and we'll look at sort of the overall plan of the other defenses and storages. We're finding a range of Town Hall 7s to 9s here, so I think I'm pretty much right in the right trophy count. Just need to find the right base. Spending 20,000 gold to search many times is often worth it, rather than just going in on a base and then waiting 20 minutes. That said, I might lower my standards to something that's close to 100,000, stop hoping for something that's going to beat 100,000 necessarily. And it's all about finding the right base, really, which is sort of annoying. It's not really about how you can execute as well as just getting lucky and finding the right base often enough. Especially with this army of mine, which is pretty flexible. It can take on pretty much any base that I want to attack, such as this one. Great example, game. Thank you very much for throwing this up here. So, where are the air defenses? So it's on the top left. That will be pretty easy to get into. The wall upgrading strategy is downright terrible. It hurts my eyes and makes them bleed. It is so bad. Both to look at and strategically, it's not good. So I'm going to be attacking straight into the level 2 air defense, and then I think we won't have any trouble at all just rolling around this base. The walls are only level 5s and 6s, and this should generally be pretty good. Yes, I did see there were a couple 7s, but that's not too worrisome. Sent in the wall breaker just to help out and keep all the giants close together. Bust through both gold and black walls in one hit anyways, so that does not matter. As soon as this goes down, we shall drop down the healer, and we're going to put on some archers, both to start doing damage and to start helping out kill at defenses and normal buildings. Because, I mean, we need to get some damage down on the field soon anyways, so we might as well deploy it in a place where it's going to help out. So most of these resources, if not all, are going to be in the storages or in the collectors. Some might be in the storages. We'll see on that count. But either way, I was going to have to attack pretty heavily. Oh, I didn't attack. I didn't check for clan castle guys. See all these gravestones down here along the bottom wall? That makes me think that this guy is not active. So that's why I didn't check for clan castle guys, by the way. I am running with 2 lightning, 1 rage. We shall not need to use either in this attack. Yeah, nope, not at all. Let's try to get these archers. There we go, perfect, going for that guy. That means all the giants will keep going around in a circle. You know, I'm going to deploy more here to take out these 2 ones that are in single defenses, so hopefully the giants won't have to break through the walls here. The wizard tower is distracted on them and not shooting down the archers, as well as the cannon, so that is great news for both of them. So as you see, just a small handful of archers takes out both those defenses, lickety-split. Last defense just went down. That cannon was it. So we're going to be working on the storages now. As you can see from the count, it looks like all the resources are going to be in the collectors. However, the collectors in this base, enough of them were very well protected that it wasn't going to be possible to get all of them. Yeah, so it looks like there's only a couple thousand gold in the gold storages, not worth it. And there might be 25,000 elixir in the elixir storages. Yeah, just about that. Anything in the corners? Nothing in the corners. So that is good. We'll just leave these archers to keep picking off these guys. One problem about this base was it had a bit of extra room in the center. I would have tightened it up if I were them. Brings all your defenses closer together. But 146,000 gold is certainly a good haul, and 140,000 elixir, while it's not exactly the primary target, is not a bad haul either. Also, we only had to deploy archers in addition to the giants, so that was great news also. I did fill up my clan castle, as you saw. I was just getting some more troops, so it's not completely full yet. Well, now it might be. But my clanmates are helpful and generous, helping out with that right there, which I do appreciate. So, 5 minutes until the giants are complete, but we did spend some archers, so I'll queue up about, I think it's going to be about 12 archers in each. Looks like it's lagging right now. Wonder why that is. I noticed it had been lagging a bit when I was recording the previous video. Okay, good. Fixed. Let's even these guys out, and then we can go check out another attack. This won't take long to do, so I'm not going to cut it out. Okay, 12 in each, it looks like, is going to be the magic number. And okay, this one's already got 12, so it goes up to 13. That's alright. The main thing we're going to be waiting on is this healer. I'm going to go ahead and add a second healer, so it starts training as soon as this one is done. Let's go check out a recent attack on my base, and we'll see if we have time in this episode for that next attack. So we have 3 more replays that I have not covered. If you want to see the top one, go check out the previous episode. So let's check out the bottom one this time. So this is interesting, and I think that's I'm pretty sure it's a level 3 Barbarian King. It's sort of hard to read the text, even on an iPad, which is sort of interesting. But very heavy infantry, but then you got 2 things, which is the Dragon and the Barbarian King to help out. I would guess the Dragon's coming from the Clan Castle. I'm not sure, though. Let's see. They got a lot of gold, so this is going to be interesting for sure. So I'd expect they'll break into 1 or 2 gold storages, probably just 1, but we'll see. Looks like I don't have many resources in the mines and collectors, so it looks like I've been on recently, which is good for me. That's not always the case. So the guys are all grouping up around the Barbarian King. Hopefully the mortar fires on them. Nope, looks like it's firing on other barbarians. Too bad. Well, it did just slow down some of them, and it also did a great job of grouping them up. So also these Clan Castle guys down here are doing the same thing. They're all grouping up to try to get to them. So all those barbarians just died right there because they're all grouped up. Okay, let's zoom out and get a view of everything's happening. So bottom left and top right. Generally, I'm not a fan of attacking from heavily from 2 sides at once. Basically, all that does is cause you to activate all the defenses at the same time. Oh, Clan Castle with Dragon, as predicted, just came out right there. Level 5, or level 3 Dragon, excuse me. It will be an issue. It won't be a huge issue. There's not enough other things around to like protect it and distract the archer towers. So 1 archer tower and 1 wizard tower are both working on it right now, and I expect this other archer tower will start working on it. There it goes. So that's actually doing all the damage to the gold storage. So I guess that was a good move right there. It was worth like 100,000 gold just to spend the dragon, but obviously it wasn't particularly effective. Oh, and level 3 Barbarian King, as you can tell from the crown, this was a very poor decision. I do not like sending this in right now. It's not going to do anything whatsoever. You already got the 50%. Actually, you've got 2 stars because you took out the Town Hall. I very, very much disagree with that decision right there. But, you know what? He did it. hit. It didn't actually die, but it's enough health loss that it's going to be down for the count while it's healing up for a long while. So how did my defenses hold out there? I mean, they got into one storage, but do I consider that a success or a failure? So I actually consider that a success, and let me explain why. If you look at how my storages are laid out, they're laid out one on each side of my base. So I could put all 4 of these in the center, and in the past I have done that, but it's actually very helpful to put them in the center for a couple reasons. So putting them spread out means that you are less likely to lose a lot of resources, but you're more likely to lose a few. So let me explain exactly what I mean by this. This is definitely an intentional trade-off. So I say, someone's going to attack my base. If my storages are right here all in the center, where those the Wizard Tower, Mortar, Dark Elixir, and Clan Castle all are, if I have my Golden Elixir right there, it actually weakens my overall base because I have no defenses in the middle. Defenses in the middle are very helpful because, for example, this mortar and this Wizard Tower can fire to all directions. Look at the range on this mortar. It's absolutely amazing. It can help out no matter what side enemies attack from, even the top to a smaller degree. That's why I've got it there. So that does mean that I'm moving my storages out. So that means they're more likely for one of them to be picked off. However, it's less likely for all of them to be picked off because they're, 1, more spread out, and 2, the extra defenses in the middle help protect them better. So that was an intentional trade-off, so I pretty much, that's pretty intentional. It does mean that I will lose more resources per attack like that, but overall, hopefully I get all my storages wiped out less frequently, which isn't actually particularly common already, but it's a trade-off. It's a trade-off. Okay, so we do need to rearrange this, like I mentioned in the previous video. Or maybe it's at the beginning of this one. I can't really remember anymore. So we just spent all of our Dark Elixir from our Dark Elixir storage level 2. So let's move it out. Now, why am I moving out? Well, you see it's only got 81 Dark Elixir in it, so they can steal less than 5 Dark Elixir from that currently, which makes it not even worth keeping in this outer ring. So I'm going to upgrade 1 gold storage for sure. And the question is, what do I do with my other gold storage? I'm thinking about doing this, putting my Clan Castle out, putting this in, and perhaps I was thinking about putting Mortar in and Wizard out as well, but I think I'm going to leave this right here as is. I am spreading out my Barbarian King to one side and my Clan Castle to the other. I don't want to have my Clan Castle too close to my Town Hall so it doesn't activate for those guys. Let's see if this is full. Yes, this is, with Archers level 3 and 4, so thank you clanmates for that. Okay, speaking of clanmates, we've got 6 minutes before the healer finishes, and 5 minutes before these other guys finish, so I'm going to see if anyone needs troops. Nope, we're good. So, no need to donate troops, no one needs them. Dark Elixir, though. So, I'm thinking about upgrading one of my defenses from an outer ring position to a middle ring position. I think I'll do that with this Archer Tower. So, that's basically saying I value the Archer Tower being slightly more protected than the 4 or so Elixir that will get stolen if the Dark Elixir storage gets attacked. And that is true. I do value an Archer Tower being more protected than 5 Dark Elixir, for sure. Because one helps out my defenses, and the other might pay off in a long time when it's time to upgrade the Barbarian King again for, I think, 15,000 or so Dark Elixir. Okay, so that is going to wrap up this episode. In the next 5 minutes, I shall be finishing up training my troops, then we can be back to get, hopefully, some more gold for this Wizard Tower upgrade, hopefully soon. So, thank you guys very much for watching. I'm going to leave you with this guy who attacked our base, and you guys can review it in the comment section as you guys so enjoy doing. So, I'll be loading it up right here, and you can let me know how you would attack. Town Hall level 9. So that was a level 9 who attacked us with mass infantry. Didn't work out too well for them. Interesting, they've got their gold storage right down here. That is actually not protected by either of those cannons. Well, one of the cannons is upgrading. But, interesting, how much gold is that? 400,000 gold. So you can steal a quarter of that. You can steal a full 100,000 from that gold storage. But, of course, there are some other ones right here in the center. Very well upgraded defenses. Most of them are maxed out. So, maybe some high levels can try to break into the center, and maybe some low levels can just go for that gold or some other things like the Town Hall just to get the stars. Okay, guys, so let me know how you'd attack this level 84 Town Hall 9 base in the comment section below. As always, guys, if you have not subscribed, you should consider subscribing. I do put out Clash of Clans videos every day. And if you already are a subscriber, thank you very much for subscribing. I love you and love your continued support, so thank you very much for that. I will see you guys later, and have a great day.